there is a serious need for peace in every home. I came across a video on social media how a man of God was preaching and said, don't you ever marry a man that cannot speak in tongues. If you marry a man that cannot speak in tongues, you are dead, you are doomed, you are this, you are that. So, apart from what the man of God said on that video, a lot of Christian homes or Christian marriages or Christian family still carry such mentality. There is a room for spirituality that is very important. But you also need to understand what is a primary need of every family. Somebody say peace. Can I hear you say peace? General goal of every family should be to seek peace, to have peace, and to maintain peace. Why is peace very important? Why is it so important? Because a family is made up of two different people from different backgrounds, different ideologies, different concepts, different beliefs coming together, and you are expected to remain like that for the rest of your life. So, especially to the newly married couples, please listen to me now. Especially to a fresh family, you find out that your first 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years is characterized by what you call love. Hello? You love your husband to the extent you want to die. You love your wife to the extent you want to die. And when you met him newly, when you met her newly, you say, I will kill myself for you. I cannot live a day without seeing you. And if you don't come back here by 7, I will die. And then you say, honey, I love you so much and I cannot stay for 5 hours without hearing your voice. So now, when you are talking about love, you need to know we have what we call the agape love. So the other one, phileo, that one is characterized by a lot of emotions and feelings. That is the one that used to shock somebody's head. That is the one that will mount a head of a young man and he will approach a young lady and say, I will die for you. I will catch a grenade for you. I will put my hands I'll put my hands in the fire for your sake. I'll take bullets for you all the rest of my life. So, because to stay for 2 hours without seeing you, I feel like having high blood pressure. So listen to where I'm going to. Follow me. Okay, so now, all of a sudden, simply because you have started living under the same roof with this same diamond you saw a few months ago, and then you are used to him. Early in the morning, you now know what it means for, you now smell his mouth odor. And you see his singlet when it's dirty. And you hear when he snores. And what I'm talking to you about now, spirituality doesn't come in what I'm saying. Now, when you are handling family issues, it's a different thing to invite God. Father, take over, take charge. By means of prayer and going to God in prayer. And it's also a different thing to bring religion into every family dispute. Hello? So You find out that after 2-3 years, the person that you could not sleep for 1 hour without hearing his voice, that feeling has reduced. Come sit down. That thing that was shaking your head has reduced. So there is bound to be a reduction in that thing that was sparking your head. That is why what you need in every family, what keeps a family, what keeps marriage, is not necessarily what you call love, but what you call understanding. Understanding one another. Understanding one another. You should know your husband's weakness. Don't just be interested to know your husband's strength. You should be able to know his weakness. Know his weakness. Know what he can do and what he cannot do. Your job is just to know. When you finish knowing, you are knowing not in the direction of attacking him, because it is not by attacking him that will make his weakness go away. You are just knowing it with the mindset of helping him. What keeps a marriage for 50 years, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years is understanding. And this is what you need to take note even from the beginning, before you even begin to make a choice of wife. You need to understand your wife, and your wife should understand you as a husband. One of the things you need to understand about you or your wife, in the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, God said to man, let us make unto him, because man was alone, and help meet for him. So you need to understand that the duty of this wife, your wife, is what? The first, her job is to assist. That is, can I hear you say help? Hello? Your wife's duty, obligation by God, is to assist you as a man. Your wife is not to live your life as a man. In other words, if your wife chooses to wash your boxer, she is doing it to assist you. She is not under any law or obligation to wash that clothes. And so, those feelings that our forefathers taught us, that your wife's job is to cook, clean, wash, scatter, arrange, take care of family, do this, that. While your own job is to go and sit in the beer parlor and drink. And then come back by 9 p.m. and say, where is my food? Where is my food? You, this woman. So, you need to understand that her role in your life is, first of all, to assist you, not to... If you are the man that used to wash your clothes, when you were all alone, all by yourself, let it be known to you that as your wife begins to wash your clothes, she is now helping you. She's now assisting you. If you used to cook your soup yourself, your wife now comes into the family, you need to know that her job is to assist you in cooking. It is not her task. It is not her ministry. It is not her calling. It is her ministry is to help you. Now, because this is what you need to know. Every man and every woman have their own calling in life. Every man and every woman have their own destiny in life. And when you come together as a husband and as a wife, your calling should be able to complement the other person's calling. It doesn't mean you should abandon your ministry or calling in life as a wife or as a husband. It doesn't mean you should abandon your role, what you were doing, your calling, your pursuit. Now what you need is to marry your calling together. Your wife understands your calling and your ministry. You understand her calling and her ministry and her purpose in life. And then when you understand your both purpose, that is where understanding begins to build that family. And this is what a lot of you need to understand, because this is what has caused a lot of disagreement in homes, in families. Most times, I'll come back home. I cook delicious afang soup because I don't want to stress my wife. Because while I was living my life, calm down. While I was still living in my one room, I was cooking afang soup for myself. So there is nothing wrong for you if you have chance or you have time. You enter the market, enter wherever, buy bomo, fish, okra, mix all of them in a pot and boil it anyhow. When you finish boiling it, call everybody to come and eat. Anyhow it comes out, they will eat it like that. There is nothing, nobody undermines your glory. You are still the father. You are still the breadwinner. You are still the King Kong of the house. I told you that major problem in every family is caused by men. Major problem in every home is caused by men. Calm down again for somebody. Again for somebody. Major problem, major misunderstanding in every family all around the world is caused by men. You need to understand that your wife had her own calling. She had a ministry and she had a purpose in life. You need to ask her, what is your purpose in life? How are you fulfilling your calling? Because, child of God, hello, that is what matters to God. That is what matters to God. Jesus talked about the parable of how men were given talent. The other one buried his own. The other one traded it with it and got profit. Now there is a shocking thing that Jesus said. He said that in the last day, everyone that did not fulfill his purpose, everyone that did not use his talent well, the talents there is referring to your calling in life, your purpose on earth. Everyone that does not deliver fruit, result on earth, on that day you will be asked, what have you done with the singing gift I give to you? What have you done with the singing anointing I gave to you? What have you done with the ushering job I gave you in my house? What have you done with your calling, your ministry as a business personnel in the kingdom of God? The Bible says in the last day, Jesus will ask his own, that talent, that gift that I gave you, all the gift you possess. That is what they call judgment. That is more important to God. It is so important to the fact that, listen to what Jesus said. Jesus said, if your right eye wants to cause you to lose track, pluck it out. You don't know what it means. If your right eye, when you are talking about eye anywhere, eye is marriage, family. Eye is a replica of a family. Now listen, eye means this is husband, this is wife coming together. The both eye works as one vision. Hello? How many of you can see things left and see things right at the same time? You cannot. You have two eyes, but these two eyes serve as one. Hello? You have two eyes, but they all work in unity. Your eye is example of a family. Jesus was saying, if you are living in a house, you are living in a family, every morning your husband wakes up and beat you for greeting him good morning, beat you for going to church, beat you for praying, beat you for singing, beat you. Jesus said, pluck it out. Make up symbol. If you know that this eye will cause you to go to hell, I cannot approve such family under my watch. I will use my office as a prophet and tell you, henceforth, by the Spirit of the Lord, I pluck out your one eye. Instantly, I will use my office as a prophet and separate that eye before they will kill you, and all of us will come to funeral, dance around and cry, and the tears will last for just 1 week. We're not supposed to joke with this issue of family. We're not supposed to spiritualize family matters. Families, you should pursue peace at all costs. Two people with different purpose and ministry in life coming together, what will bind the two of you together is not just children, but understanding of one another. Understanding your wife, understanding your husband. Hello? Since phone came out some 10, 15 years ago, over 90% marriages has collapsed because of phone. And this is not in the Bible. This is not spirituality. This is not this is not speaking in tongues. I'm talking about phone. This phone has caused a lot of broken homes, broken families, broken marriages. And with the essence of this service is for you to learn to be exempted from that. To all the ladies, most time your husband may not have anything inside this phone, but he just feel like being private. To all the ladies, to all the men, there is no need for you to hide or lock your phone when you are married. But if you have to lock your phone when you are married, this is a very important thing. Very important. There is no essence of locking your phone. I keep my phone 1 week. I traveled to Wiri. I stayed 1 week. Called my wife. I forgot my phone. all the messages, all the missed call, my wife kept it for me without opening any one. Carried it and kept in her bag. I said, baby boy, you would have answered at least one of these calls because I forgot it. Hundreds missed call. She did not pick anyone. All the messages, she did not open anyone. So it is for you to understand something. Understand the man you marry, if he's that kind of private person, if he's a private person from the beginning of his life, before you meet him, he must have been like that from the beginning. And you understand your wife that you marry, if she is inquisitive person. If she is an inquisitive person, she must have been like that from the beginning before you even met her. And you knew it. So phone has caused havoc in a lot of families. And what can stop that is simple understanding. Simple understanding. Very simple understanding. You should understand the kind of man you have. Your husband can never be like every husband else, every other husband. Your wife can never be like every other woman out there. And when you compare your husband to any man out there, you are destroying your marriage. You compare your wife to any woman out there, you are destroying your marriage. Make it that's okay for him, holy. Don't sometimes go if make up sentang. You know your husband weakness, know your wife weakness. Not with a mindset of attacking or raining down the roof just for him to change. It has never changed any man. It has never changed any woman. It will rather make the man hide things from you. Hello? When you know your husband's weakness, attack it with possible solutions. Discuss about it. Talk about it with him. With possible solutions. Suggest some solutions. Sit down and have a conference meeting. Introduce solutions to him. Pray for direction. Let God tell you what to do. Because renting down the roof, because you know your wife's secret, your wife's weakness, or your wife, things that your wife kept from you without telling you for years. It has never helped if you want to inquire to know. It will rather destroy that home. It's for you to understand that man. Understand your wife. Don't just be interested in knowing your husband's strength. Try and know his weakness too. Begin to look for your possible solution. You should be the last man on earth that somebody will come and gossip your wife, or somebody comes from nowhere and begins to say, you know where I saw your wife? I just saw your wife somewhere. And you begin to, are you serious? What? You begin to, you are silly. Don't you ever entertain anybody's contribution in your family. Anybody's opinion and advice that is trying to help you. Somebody comes to help you with gossip. And you feel the person is trying to help your life. So see where I just saw your wife came out from. I'm not saying that it may not be true, but what I'm saying to you, don't you ever believe it. And even if you receive this, just take the word, put it in your head. You need to prove to that person. In fact, if possible, warn that person, don't ever do this again. Make up symbol. Warn the person. You saw my wife in that place, later I'll be there or whatever. Just don't listen to side talks and side rumors as much as your family is concerned. Don't listen to even one.